Morning everybody, we are grabbing group 1, bringing them to the holding area to get milking going this morning. But in that pack barn there was a couple cows bellowing away, just yelling, and that almost always means that there's a calf in there. So once we get these ladies into the holding area, right away I'm going to head over to the pack barn and see if there is a calf or not. Let's go ladies, yep. That's our calf from this morning, and that's the mom that's doing all the yelling. This calf's just doing the Bambi in the alley here. Get you loaded up in the wheelbarrow there, buddy. So that heifer just calved. That was 1486, and she had a heifer. So right away that goes into the farm group chat. So everyone that milks and feeds and is working on the dairy farm is in that group chat. So this afternoon, the next milkers will know when that cow calved or that heifer and know exactly how fresh she is. It also is advantageous to the person that's going to enter that cow's calving in the books this morning and register that calf. So they know exactly who calved that heifer calf and where it came from. We're going to finish raking the manure out of these beds and then scrape the alleys clean. Getting close to the end of milking, and that means we're gonna start dealing with a lot of heifers. We have this gate right in front of where we load the cows into the parlor, and that kind of helps guide cows into the parlor. It doesn't allow them to turn away, and it kind of forces them to get up in here. But with these heifers, they don't really know that sometimes you could just push this gate over. They gotta learn that yet, so it's kind of annoying if this thing isn't greased properly. So we got a nice bottle of spray grease. We're gonna try and get it in these pins. And it is supposed to just, with weight, go back to center every time. And then a heifer will always push back. Now you can see it just falls back to that center position. And that's how it's supposed to work. These two animals calved this morning. Come on, lady. And there's another one right on the other side of that wall calving. So looks like we're gonna get 3 calves this morning. If you look far behind me there, you'll see that there's another crane here today for the feed mill setup. They're putting spouting down from the top of that main crane leg down to the bins, which is pretty sweet, making some good progress on that thing now. But me and Dad this afternoon are gonna start hauling some solid manure. Dad's gonna be in the loaders, gonna be scooping slop out of the corrals. We haven't done that yet this summer because the crop's been in the field. You can't spread manure when there's crops out there. So there's quite a bit of solid manure built up in a few of those corrals, and it's getting kind of annoying for the cows, so hopefully we can clear that up this afternoon. That's tough stuff to work in. There's definitely a pretty good mud pit right there. For some reason, these guys like to lay in the mud. They're just like a bunch of pigs. There's plenty of dry area in the corral for them to lay in. But no, they all gotta huddle together in that one big fat pit. So we cleaned out those corrals, just the concrete behind the feed bunks. Now I'm gonna switch everything over to liquid manure. Our lagoon is getting full again. You guys know how it works on this farm. Our lagoon is probably a little bit too small for our barn. So it's getting close again. So we're gonna unload maybe 20, 30 loads tomorrow just to carry us over to when we empty that thing fully out later this summer. We'll get the custom crew out to help us with that. So for now, we're just gonna drop the bunning manure spreader off right here. It is kind of like in the middle of a field where we're starting to park our implements. We silaged this earlier this summer. It's just because that new feed mill setup is exactly where we used to park a bunch of stuff. So we kind of lost our nice parking spot, but we just picked this up from the other yard. Yesterday we grabbed the solid manure spreader. Today we grabbed the liquid manure spreader. Didn't really use the bunning too much today, but we did have to clean those corrals out. But now I gotta go back to the other yard again for the Bueller Versatile. That's hooked up to the sprayer, so we're gonna drop the sprayer off there, bring the Versatile back here so we can hook it up to the liquid manure pump. It's the next day. We just started by checking the tire pressures and all those tires, greased the wagon. We greased the pump yesterday. So we're gonna start that Versatile up, ready to haul a few loads. We're gonna take out 20 loads or 10 inches out of the pit today. We're taking our first load out to the field right now. It's a full wagon. Everything seems to be handling pretty good right now. It's always first load, you're checking, making sure everything's good. Looks like we're hauling really close to the pit. I'm gonna start dumping literally like 200 meters away from the pit. That's how close this field is, which is gonna make taking 20 loads out of that pit today pretty easy. We finished hauling liquid manure. We took a total of 25 loads out. Just took most of the morning and a bit of the afternoon. Went pretty quick. We got enough out of that pit to get us to when the custom crew is gonna come out here, so it won't overflow. But I already dropped that liquid tank off and we're out in the field now. The field that I swathed of barley, and it's being combined this afternoon. So got the drone out here. We'll get it up in the air and get some shots. So you can see the pickup header on the combine there. It's for picking up the swath, and looks to be yielding all right. We're hoping to save some of this for seed. We got a decent bit of rain there the other day, but it didn't get too much out on this field. Crazy how spotty the rain can be sometimes. So this stuff is still actually looking pretty good. We definitely thought this stuff got rained on hard. It didn't, so huge win with that. But yeah, for the rest, it's bone and bone dry. We're gonna bale all of this straw here for small squares tomorrow, most likely. I'm just looking forward to that so much. Actually, I got a milk cows tomorrow, so I don't think I'm gonna be involved in that, thankfully. So yeah, but that is gonna be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons down below. Check out the Instagram @SaskDutchKit, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.